Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at Photopea, and on Photopea we're going to be doing our project grade together. This is for a test grade, so I need you to make sure that you're doing this and doing it right. We're going to be doing it a little bit different today because normally what I've had you do is open an image, but today we're actually going to create our background. Or create our project first and then add our background is what I meant to say. So to create our project first, make sure you go to photopea.com, photopea.com, and then come over here to File, and we're going to go to New. So we're going to click New. And I'm working on this on my iPad, but you are using your Chromebook. There will be a few differences, but they shouldn't be a whole lot. I'm going to go ahead and name this Space Gordon. You'll find out why in a minute. You've probably already watched the other tutorial. I'm going to change the width here, if I can get my mouse to click. There we go, to 1920. And I'm going to change my height. My mouse is just not wanting to click, to 1080. And then when I have my name, my width, my height, I can leave the rest of this the same, and I'm going to hit Create. And it's going to give me a blank canvas. Now, the next thing we need to do is to bring in our first background image, which is the image of space. These are available on our class website, bit.ly/34JGJ3W, and that is going to also be on our Google Classroom, so you can download these. But there are 3 images. There's one of space, there's one of the planet Earth, and then there is one of a shoe. And just download all 3 of those to your Chromebook. And next we're going to go ahead and go to File. So it looks like my stuff is running really slow. Here we go. New. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my goodness. I messed up, y'all. Let's just close that. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Open and Place. And I need to go to Photo Library. I'm sorry, I'm messing up. It's, as you can tell by my clock, it's 6:22 a.m. and my brain has not started yet. Photo Library. And I'm gonna go ahead and open Space right here, and I'm gonna click Add. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna drop it right in the middle. I need to adjust this to make it larger, to fill up the entire canvas. So I wanna maintain the proportions. So I'm gonna hold down the Shift key on my keyboard and grab one of the corners and just drag it up. And I'm having issues with my mouse all of a sudden. It is not wanting to drag. So I'm just dragging the corners, making it bigger, repositioning it, and just trying to get it to fit. There we go. So I'm gonna just drag it over. That looks pretty good right there. And really quickly, I'm going to unplug my mouse and replug it back in to see if that helps my issue. It does not. It's an issue with the website. So we're just gonna keep going, and hopefully we'll make it work. So the next thing we need to do, we've got this placed. We need to click the check mark, and that's gonna place it, and we're good to go. So I'm gonna come back over to File. We need to open our second image. I'm gonna go to Open and Place. We're gonna go to Photo Library, and this time I'm gonna do the planet Earth. And I'm clicking it, just gonna click Add. Yours will look different because you're on a Chromebook. So now we've got Earth, and we need to remove the background. And I'm gonna show you guys, we've done the hard way. I'm gonna show you today the easy way of getting rid of a background. Now that you guys know how to use the lasso tool, you know how to use the pen tool, we're gonna do it a little bit easier. If you look on your left-hand side on your toolbar, the 4th tool down, it looks like a bean inside of a square. Just click it. And now we're gonna just click and drag, except my mouse doesn't seem to be working, so I'm gonna use my finger. There we go. Click and drag around the planet Earth. And it's maybe hard to see on my screen, but there is now a line around the planet Earth. And so I'm gonna come over here. It's a dotted line, dashed line. I'm gonna come over here all the way down to the bottom on our right-hand side underneath our layers, and there's a square, a rectangle with a circle in it. And I'm just gonna click it, and that masks out the Earth. So now that space is is invisible. And now what I need to do is come back up to the top left, do my selection tool, and I'm gonna hold down my shift key, and I'm gonna click, and I'm gonna shrink the planet Earth. One thing to make sure of is that you are on your planet Earth layer, not space, not anything else. So I'm gonna hold the shift key, and I'm just gonna shrink Earth down, move it around, and we're getting somewhere close to this bottom corner. I am having issues with my mouse not clicking, so you'll just have to bear with me kind of on that. I keep moving it instead of like making it bigger. There we go. There we go. Okay, so when you're done, once again, hit the check mark up at the top, or you can hit the enter key on your keyboard. Next, we need to go back to File. It's time to add our picture of the shoe. So we're gonna go to Open in Place. I'm gonna go to Photo Library, and I'm gonna click our shoe, and I'm gonna hit Add. Here's our shoe. We got the same issue we had before. We need to get rid of the background and just leave the shoe. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna use the same tool, the Object Selection tool. It's fourth one down. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did. I'm gonna click and drag around the shoe, let go. It's pretty fast. This actually works faster than the iMacs we're using at the school. It takes them quite a few minutes to find this. And we're going to just kind of do the exact same thing we did a second ago. Make sure we're on our shoe layer, make sure we have our selection, and then we're gonna come down and we're gonna press the layer mask button. And that's it. Now it's time to move it around. So we're gonna come back up, go to our selection tool. I'm gonna drag this kind of up right about there. I'm having some issues with my mouse, so it's probably not gonna do what I wanted it to do. I wanted to kind of rotate it, but that's not gonna work because my mouse is broken, but that's okay. We're just gonna leave it just like that. You guys can rotate your shoe around, kind of do something fun or cool with it. The last thing you guys are gonna do is add your text layer. So I'm gonna go down to my letter T, I'm gonna click it, and I'm gonna click once somewhere on the screen, and you can see that my text is super, super, super small. So I'm gonna just select it by triple clicking. I'm gonna change this font size way up here at the top where it says, mine said 24px, and I'm gonna try to change it up. My mouse is really giving me issues today. Now I can't even see the text, it's like gone. Well, isn't that frustrating? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this text layer. This is mostly because I'm having issues with my mouse. So I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm gonna click somewhere on the screen, and I'm gonna type. My first thing that I'm gonna type is space Gordon's. Kind of hard to see. I'm gonna triple click and come up here to the top where this little black square is, and I'm gonna change my color to white and hit OK. I'm gonna change my font size to 90 and hit OK. And now I'm gonna go to my selection tool and kind of move this font around. I'm gonna add another, that's good, that's what I want. I'm gonna add another text layer, click once, and I'm gonna put by Victory Goddess, which is the company. You can see I've ran off of the screen, but that's okay. I'm gonna triple click to select all. I'm gonna change my font size down to about 60. And now I'm gonna come back to my selection tool in the top left, and I'm gonna drag this around, put it underneath, and drop it right there. And I need to add one more text layer, so I'm gonna go back to my text tool. I'm gonna click, and I'm gonna click under the shoe this time. And I'm gonna type on, oh goodness, I think I might have goofed this up, so I'm gonna delete this layer. And I'm gonna add a text tool one more time. There we go. On sale now, and 3 exclamation points. And I'm gonna triple click, I'm gonna make my size even larger, 120 pixels. And I'm going to change my style to bold, and it disappeared. Well, maybe I'll just change it back to condensed because it just totally vanished. Yeah, so my text just disappeared, which is very strange. So if yours does that, it's really gone. Yeah, this looks like an issue with Photopea. So you can save it and come back to it. I'm just gonna, you guys kind of get the drift. This is what I was talking about when it, is kind of unpredictable, but it's okay. When you're finished, come up here to File, come up here to Export As, and then save it as a JPEG to your computer. And this looks great. I'm gonna hit save and I'll be done. So there we go. And mine's asking if I want to download it. Yes. And it's downloaded. So this is what you'll submit on Google Classroom. If Photopea does something weird, try your best to fix it. You may have to refresh the page. You may have to maybe start over, which I hate for you to do if you're very far along. But if there is an error, just send me a note when you make your submission on Google Classroom, and I will be gracious because Photopea does not always work. Again, this is a test grade, so make sure and get this turned in as soon as possible. If you have any questions, email me at william.brown@terrellisd.org, and I will be happy to get back with you and see if we can figure out what's happening. All right, you guys have a great Thursday. I will talk with you soon. Bye.